He had failed at everything the world told him would make him successful, until the day he found out why. His name was Daniel, 41 years old. By every conventional measure, the smartest person in every room he had ever entered. Top of his class in college, advanced degrees in 2 fields, an analytical mind that could disassemble a complex problem and reconstruct it with surgical precision in the time it took most people to understand the question. And yet, every business he started stalled before it reached traction. Every creative project he launched collapsed under the weight of his own overthinking. Every opportunity that appeared in his life got analyzed until it disappeared. The people around him, people he had quietly, privately considered less capable, were building careers, businesses, and lives that he could not replicate, no matter how hard he worked or how carefully he planned. He spent years believing the problem was effort. Then he spent years believing it was strategy. Then one afternoon, in a research paper that had been sitting in a university archive for 9 years without a single citation, he found the real answer. The problem was never his intelligence. The problem was what his intelligence was doing to his brain. Here is what the neuroscience actually shows. And this is the finding that the self-help industry has spent decades carefully avoiding because it does not just complicate their model, it destroys it entirely. High analytical intelligence, the kind measured by IQ tests, valued by universities, and rewarded by corporate hiring systems, is associated with a specific brainwave state. A fast, reactive, highly organized electrical pattern operating in the upper frequency ranges of the brain's activity spectrum. Beta dominance, the signature of active analysis, logical sequencing, and systematic problem decomposition. Beta is powerful. Beta built the modern world. But beta has a ceiling. And the ceiling is lower than most highly intelligent people ever discover, because the system that trained them to value analytical intelligence never told them that there was a cognitive mode operating beneath it that was capable of producing outcomes that pure analysis could never reach. The people the world calls lucky, intuitive, creatively unstoppable, the ones who seem to generate opportunities without the methodical effort that high analytical performers apply to every decision, are not less intelligent. They are accessing a different frequency, a slower one, a deeper one, a frequency that the brain of a chronically analytical person has often been trained to suppress without ever knowing it was doing so. Theta, 4 to 8 cycles per second. The frequency of creative synthesis, accelerated intuitive processing, and what researchers studying peak human performance have consistently identified as the cognitive mode that produces outcomes that analysis alone cannot generate. And here's the mechanism that Daniel's research paper described, with a clarity that stopped him mid-page. Chronic beta dominance, the neurological signature of high analytical intelligence operating without access to theta, actively suppresses the hippocampus, the brain's master pattern recognizer. The 200-million-year-old structure responsible for connecting disparate knowledge into novel solutions, generating intuitive leaps that bypass analytical processing entirely, and producing the creative synthesis that observers describe as genius. The smarter you are analytically, the more your brain has been trained to stay in beta. And the longer you stay in beta, the further theta gets. And the further theta gets, the more your intelligence becomes a ceiling rather than a launch pad. Tell me where you're watching this from right now. Drop your city or state in the comments below. And tell me, do you know someone like Daniel? Someone who by every measure should be winning but keeps watching less analytical people move faster and further? Drop it below. Because what you're about to hear explains exactly why and exactly how to change it. The research that first mapped this mechanism systematically was not published in a mainstream journal. It emerged from a classified performance optimization program connected to defense research, a program studying why certain operators with elite analytical training consistently underperformed in dynamic real-world environments, compared to operators with less formal cognitive credentials but stronger intuitive processing capacity. What the researchers found dismantled decades of assumptions about the relationship between intelligence and performance. The operators who performed best under pressure, who generated effective solutions fastest in environments where analytical processing could not keep pace with incoming variables, were not the ones with the highest analytical back. Scores. They were the ones with the strongest theta access. The ones whose brains could drop below the analytical ceiling into the deeper frequency where pattern recognition, creative synthesis, and intuitive decision-making operated without the bottleneck of sequential logical processing. The conclusion the research team reached was both simple and devastating for everything the educational system had been teaching. Raw analytical intelligence without theta access is like a supercomputer running a single thread. Enormous processing power, catastrophic throughput limitation, and the average person, the one who was never trained into chronic beta dominance by years of academic performance pressure, often has more natural theta access than the highly educated analytical mind that suppressed it. Without knowing, this is why average people win, not because they are better, because they are less blocked. What Daniel did with this information was not complicated. He did not abandon his analytical intelligence. He did not adopt a new personality or pretend to be someone he was not. He restored access to the frequency that his years of academic and professional conditioning had been quietly suppressing. He gave his brain the input it needed to drop from chronic beta into theta, not instead of analysis, but before it, using the same mechanism that the classified research had identified as the fastest, reliable pathway into that state: brainwave entrainment. The documented neurological phenomenon in which the brain synchronizes its dominant electrical frequency with precisely engineered audio patterns delivered through the auditory system. Present the right frequency at the right intervals, and a brain locked in chronic beta analytical overdrive begins to shift toward theta. The hippocampus re-engages, the creative synthesis pathways reopen, and the analytical intelligence that was previously hitting a ceiling now has a foundation beneath it, capable of generating the kind of output that observers had been attributing to luck, intuition, and natural talent. Within 3 weeks, Daniel reported changes he had not experienced in years. Problems that had been analytically intractable resolved through connections he could not explain but could not argue with. Opportunities that his analytical mind would have processed into paralysis were met with a clarity and speed of decision that felt foreign at first, and then increasingly like the most natural thing he had ever done. This is what Genius Wave was built to deliver. A 7-minute audio protocol engineered on the entrainment science that classified research identified as the fastest, reliable pathway into the theta state, designed specifically for the brain that analytical conditioning has, trained out of its most powerful operating frequency, not a replacement for intelligence, the missing foundation beneath it. The link is in the first pinned comment below this video. A full video explanation and a written breakdown of the science, both are there, 7 minutes before your next demanding task. Not instead of your intelligence, underneath it. Because Daniel did not become less smart, he became smart in the way that actually wins.